got an exciting vlog today. We're building a half pipe for this guy. Pretty cool. So we're gonna go through the whole building process. Don't know how many vlogs this will end up being, but we are in step 1. This is the really exciting part, which is drawing and transition. So we have decided what transition we're gonna use for the ramps. I'm gonna show you how we do that. So first we decide where our transition is going to start, which is right about there. Then we measure out what radius we want the transition to be, like this. So I'm gonna draw out a 4'10" transition, see how that looks. So what we do is we put in a screw exactly in line where the transition ends and exactly the radius of the transition, which is 4'10", which is right there. Now, my tape measure has this nice little opening that's perfect to hold a screw.
Hey, what are you building?
So now we're going to take the tape measure and pull it all the way back out, same length. All right, so we hold the pencil right on the mark and then swing the tape measure. It's pretty fun. And then you only have to cut one of them because you just trace the rest. The funnest part of building ramps is cutting transitions. Well, maybe the funnest part is riding, but like cutting, everyone wants to cut the transitions. It's actually very difficult, especially once you get to a radius that's tighter than like 6 foot. You really gotta be good with that saw. And this ramp is going to be 1.5 feet tall. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, that's one transition. We don't really know how big the deck is going to be. Right now, we got over 2 feet on it, which is definitely too much deck. So we'll figure that out later. All right, so we have about 18 feet to work with, right? 18. And the ramp's transitions are about 4 feet each, which is 8, right? So that's 8. And a solid flat bottom for a ramp that's only 1.5 feet tall, it's probably 6 or 7 feet. So let's see, what's 8 plus 7? 16. So that would give us, what did I say, 15? 15, 16, 17, 18. So that gives us 3.5 feet of deck. Divide that in half, 3.5, it's 2, 1. So 1 1/4 on each deck is kind of what we're looking at. now we just plop it on the other one, trace it out. Okay, for this particular ramp, it's going to be under low abuse. So normally we would do 3/4 inch plywood on all the uprights, but what we're going to do here to save a couple bucks is we're going to do the middle section of the ramp. So it's going to be 8 foot wide, 2 4-foot sections. The middle walls, which will be screwed together once we assemble it on site, don't have to be as strong because there's 2 of them. So we're actually gonna go 5/8 on the middle walls, 3/4 on the outside walls. So we just cut 4 transitions at 3/4. Now we need to cut 4 out of 5/8, and I have some 5/8 right here. Ain't that how it always goes? 1 cut left. Both batteries are dead. Luckily, I got batteries on batteries on batteries. We got all the transitions cut. They're looking pretty good. These do not have to be perfect. I mean, if you want to be crazy about it, you could throw a clamp on it and you could sand them all down to perfect, but the reality is it doesn't matter. If you're even out by like an 1/8 or 3/16, span that over 4 feet, not even noticeable. 2 layers of plywood, it doesn't matter. So now that we have it done, we have to mark out where our 2x4s are gonna sit, which are 8 inches on center. And then from there, we can get a count on how many 2x4s we're going to need for the framing. Then we just take our quick square and just scratch that mark across all of them so we have the same marks on every single transition. So it's 7. We need 7, and 7 times 4 is 7 and 7 is 14, 14 and 14 is 28, right? So we need 28 2x4s that are 46.5 inches. Alrighty, we got the chop saw out. I love this saw. We have 14 2x4s, which we will be cutting roughly in half to give us 21 of the supports we need. We will be cutting them 46 5/8, because 46 5/8 plus 2 sheets of 5/8 plus 2 sheets of 3/4 overall will add up to be 96, which is 8 feet. So it'll all fit flush under 1 sheet of plywood, 8 foot wide. Perfect. Okay. We have marked all the 2x4s for cutting. This is all the supports. Now you have to cut them all, and then we'll move on to framing. Framing is probably the second funnest part of building ramps.